Transportation system. Singapore's transportation system is highly developed and efficient, making it very convenient for residents to travel. Public transportation. The mass rapid transit MRT, buses, and taxis are the main modes of public transportation. The government invests heavily in infrastructure to ensure extensive coverage and punctuality of public transport. Private cars. Due to limited land resources, Singapore implements a vehicle quota system code to control the number of vehicles and manages traffic flow through the electronic road pricing ERP system. Walking and cycling. The government encourages green travel by constructing numerous walkways and bicycle paths, providing safe and convenient travel options. Rental subsidies. For low-income families, the government provides rental subsidies to ensure they can afford basic housing needs. Food security. Food safety regulation. Strict food hygiene laws and regular inspections ensure food safety. Subsidies and assistance programs. Food assistance programs are provided to low-income families to ensure their basic nutritional needs are met. Healthcare security. Public healthcare. The government provides high-quality and affordable public healthcare services, assisting residents with medical expenses through the MediSave, MediShield, and MediFund schemes. Health promotion. Various health promotion activities and educational programs are conducted to raise public health awareness and reduce the incidence of diseases. Educational security. Compulsory education. Singapore implements compulsory education for primary and secondary schools, ensuring that all children receive basic education. Scholarships and grants. The government offers various scholarships and grants to help students from economically disadvantaged backgrounds complete their studies. Social security. Social safety net. The Singapore government ensures the basic living needs of all social strata through various social security programs, such as employment assistance, elderly subsidies, and disability assistance. Community services. Various community services are provided through the Community Development Council (CDC) and Community Clubs (CC) to strengthen social cohesion. Political system. 1. Party dominance. Singapore's political system is dominated by the ruling People's Action Party (PAP), which has been in power almost continuously since independence. This party dominance is different from the multi-party competition seen in some traditional democracies. 2. Elections and parliament. Although Singapore holds elections, the level of party competition and participation differs from that in some traditional democracies. Most seats in parliament are held by the ruling party, reflecting its strong position in national politics. 3. Social control and restrictions. Singapore enforces strict social control measures, including restrictions on speech, assembly, and media. These measures are less common in traditional democracies, which typically place a greater emphasis on freedom of speech and civil rights. 4. Policy implementation efficiency. The Singapore government is renowned for its efficient policy implementation, partly due to the government's authority and centralized decision-making model. In contrast, policy implementation in traditional democracies may be more affected by public debate and legislative processes. Overall, Singapore's political system has performed well in maintaining social stability and economic development, but it has some significant differences from traditional democracies in terms of party dominance, social control, and public participation. The advantages of Singapore's political system can be reflected in the following aspects. 1. Stability and economic development. Singapore's political system helps maintain social and political stability, providing a good environment for sustained economic development. The government's efficient decision-making and implementation capabilities help quickly respond to economic challenges and opportunities, promoting the nation's prosperity and development. 2. Effective public services. Centralized authority and efficient administrative management enable the Singapore government to effectively provide public services, including education, healthcare, and infrastructure construction. This management model helps ensure effective resource allocation and efficient operation of the public sector. 3. Social harmony. The government promotes social harmony and cohesion through policies and measures, reducing social inequality and division. This stable social environment helps people live and work in peace, enhancing the quality of life and happiness. 4. Rapid response to challenges. The Singapore government can quickly take action in the face of various domestic and international challenges, including economic crises, public health events, and security threats. This response capability strengthens the government's credibility and public trust, enhancing the nation's resilience. Although Singapore's political system differs from the spoils system in democratic elections in some aspects, its advantages in stability, efficiency, and long-term planning provide a more reliable framework for national development in the face of global competition and increasingly severe challenges of globalization. Singapore's political system, while emphasizing efficiency and stability, also focuses on public services and social harmony to enhance the quality of life and social cohesion. Singapore's political system is a modern centralized system that emphasizes efficiency, economic development, and social stability. The government ensures the legitimacy and stability of power through laws and institutional frameworks, while considering the interests and participation of the public in the formulation of public policies. It places more emphasis on modern governance, legal system construction, and public participation to meet the diverse needs and challenges of contemporary society. Compared to the spoils system in democratic elections, Singapore's political system may show superiority in the following aspects. 1. Stability and predictability. Singapore's political system is dominated by the ruling People's Action Party (PAP), and the government shows high stability and predictability in policy formulation and implementation. This stability helps businesses and investors have more confidence in long-term planning and development, avoiding uncertainties that may arise from drastic policy changes. 2. Efficient policy implementation. The Singapore government is known for its efficient policy implementation capabilities, responding quickly to social and economic challenges. In contrast, some democratic countries may have lower implementation efficiency due to political divisions, the complexity of the legislative process, and other factors. 3. Long-term planning and development. With the ruling party in power for a long time, the government can more easily engage in long-term planning and strategic development without being limited by short election cycles. This long-term planning helps the country maintain competitiveness and sustainable development in areas such as economy, technology, and infrastructure. 4. Social harmony and consensus. The Singapore government emphasizes social harmony and the coexistence of multiculturalism, helping to reduce social division and political opposition. In some democratic elections, party competition may lead to intense ideological struggles and social division, while the Singapore government focuses more on maintaining social stability through consensus building and policy consultation. Although Singapore's political system is different from the spoils system in democratic elections, its advantages in stability, efficiency, and long-term planning make it competitive globally and provide a more reliable framework for national development. Leadership selection in Singapore. 1. Elections and ruling party system. Singapore is a multi-party country, but due to the long-term governance of the People's Action Party (PAP), its leaders usually come from this party. First, the PAP holds elections nationwide and forms the Singapore government after obtaining a majority of seats. 2. Internal selection and leadership succession. Within the PAP, leaders are usually selected through internal selection and succession plans. This includes determining the next leader and cabinet members through assessments and voting processes by the party's senior leadership. 3. Leadership selection criteria. The selection of Singapore's leaders usually focuses on their experience and achievements in government and public service, as well as their commitment to the country's long-term development and international competitiveness. Selected leaders typically possess extensive administrative experience and leadership skills, enabling them to effectively address both domestic and international challenges and opportunities. 4. Public support and approval. Although the leaders of the Singapore government are usually determined internally by the ruling party, their nominations and succession are generally supported and approved by the public and various sectors of society. This reflects a certain degree of public opinion and participation within Singapore's political system. Overall, the emergence of leaders in Singapore is through internal party selection and electoral processes, relying on the policies and internal management of the ruling party. This system emphasizes the administrative capabilities of leaders and their commitment to the nation's long-term development, ensuring the stability and effectiveness of the government. Under his leadership, Singapore rapidly evolved from a third-world country into a paragon of globalization and modernization, becoming one of the wealthiest and most stable nations in Southeast Asia. Lee Kuan Yew's leadership and influence have left an indelible mark not only in Singapore but also on the global political stage.